Stuck.
Division 2, and it's late night with Tux, and we're one-shotting bosses. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the live stream. An impromptu, non-planned live stream. Appreciate you guys for making it. Hope you had a really nice turkey day. But before we get started, let's just make sure I'm coming in loud and clear. So if you can hear me, chat, please drop a hashtag Tux Live in the chat feed there. And then we will get the show on the road. What's up, AG? Evening, buddy. Welcome to the live stream. If this is your first time, Aged Milk, appreciate you, man. Hope your wrist is getting better. I will turn down the music here in a moment once we get the vibe soaked into our bloodstream. So give me a hashtag live if I'm coming in loud and clear. Hashtag Tux Live, that is. There we go. Thank you, AG. Appreciate that, man. All right, y'all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get the show on the road here. So I got a fun little build that I'm running. This is my This is my Mantis build. All right. So this is what I'm gonna be showing off, and we're gonna be discussing DPS a little bit, and basically the fastest DPS in the game, and is that a sniper build. So I'm running 3 pieces of aces, and I will be showing the build repeatedly throughout the gameplay so that those who had joined later can see it. Anyways, so 3 pieces are going to give us marksman rifle damage and headshot damage, and I got headshot damage rolled throughout as well as the mods. All right, so pretty simple. And for the chest piece, it's Providence, running 1 piece Providence. I got headshot damage, weapon handling to help me land some more headshots, headshot damage mod, and I'm running Headhunter, which is gonna give us 1,250% more damage to our enemies when we stack those headshot kills. And then I'm running Heraldic for my backpack for more rifle damage with Vigilance. So Vigilance and Headhunter is what we're pairing up. So many of you might not like Vigilance because if you take on damage, then it disables, but we're not worried about that because Headhunter will take over once we get our first kill. For the knee pads, I'm running Sawyer's knee pads. That's gonna give us 30% weapon damage, a little bit of armor, and it helps us, keeps us from staggering from grenades. We have 311% total headshot damage. That's more than enough. This is actually overpowered. And this is a continuation live stream. You'll be seeing more of the build, so don't worry if that went really quick for you. But we will be seeing, I'm sorry, this is a continuation from yesterday's live stream where we talked about how some sniper builds are overpowered and why the Mantis is the better sniper, really of them all. That's over the White Death and the Nemesis. And I'll be showing a little bit in the gameplay why, but one of the big reasons I'll say up front is because of the decoy and how it synergizes with that. So I basically have no cooldowns. Now, what I want you to notice here is today we are running 5 directives. So we are max out on directives, and I have the reanimated event on. So what we're doing, folks, is we are farming red stars. All right, and I'll be showing you my progress along the way. But what I'm trying to do is get to about 160 red stars because I want 20 named item caches, and then I'm going to be opening all those up back to back for you guys so you can see how well they're performing, and if we get lucky, you know, with any DZ gear. So appreciate you guys joining me, and then we'll kind of start talking about DPS and how snipers work and whether they're the best DPS or not. But we will be one-shotting bosses all day long. And so, you know, I got a little challenge here for myself. What I'm trying to do is land, see how many consecutive headshot kills I can get in a row into control points. So outside of control points, I'm not worried about it. But once I'm in there. So far, as far as I know, the most that I've had in a row are 37. So that's the number to beat. And it's going to be really frustrating because sometimes you'll have perfect headshot kill streaks, and then there'll only be one guy that you miss. So the rules of the game are, it's okay to miss your target, but you cannot kill or land a body shot. So you can't kill an enemy with a body shot, and you cannot land a body shot. So it's okay if you have to two-tap on the head if it's a heavy enemy or something like that, but nothing but headshots and headshot kills. All right? And we're gonna do pretty well with that because I am really good with my Mantis. I'm aces with this bad boy. No pun intended, because I am running 3-piece aces. But so one reason why the Mantis is also good is because you guys see that it highlights weak points. So as I scope in, you see that halo around the enemy's head, and that's really helpful. Obviously, for knowing when the head is, which is usually above the shoulders, but more importantly, at night you can, or in the fog, which we'll be getting into, we'll be able to see the enemy's head. What's going on, Typhoon? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What up, Brandon? Latina. And again, AG, Ray Mui, good to see you, buddy. Glad you're hearing me loud and clear. Brandon, you having fun with that sucker punch? Yeah, man, that's a good one. If you get the Virginian or run the Boomer or run the 1886, it's got the same sensation. You should give that one a whirl too. So if you guys didn't see the stream yesterday, I was running the Brain Slushy build, which is lethal at all ranges, and I call it the Brain Slushy because we're creating these green clouds of slushiness out of the enemy's brains. But anyways, that one uses the Virginian as the primary, and I was showcasing the Virginian because you can get it from name item caches. And this is the reanimated event. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it's actually one of my favorite events, if not the favorite. I actually like it more than Golden Bullet. And so those green clouds of smoke improve your weapon handling mainly, but also they will give you more damage if you walk through those clouds. So that was a 50 million headshot right there, if you guys noticed. 50 million. And so from what I could track with this particular build, I think it gets as high as about 59 million, give or take. So yeah, so we'll be one-shotting bosses, no problem. So let's get this guy. So far we've landed nothing but headshots, so we're on a roll. But yeah, Brandon, man, that's a good build. Yeah, the Virginian or the 1886, you could also run the 1886 with Boomerang or Lucky Shot, but that'll give you the same sensation, you know, that up close and personal and blow up heads. It's such a hard, I mean, the 1886 has a base weapon damage. Look at this shot, look at this shot. Boom! See, that's why I like the Mantis over the Nemesis. You can get in these close range sniper shots and land them, quick scope them, basically. And I know PC players do really well with the Nemesis, but you know, I'm on the Xbox, and so you know, I have my settings on the standard default settings, so there's no special settings there. But the other reason why I wanted to showcase this is because I got a lot of questions on how to land headshots, and there's a lot of players that are frustrated with not being able to do that on their consoles very well. And so yeah, this is sort of a clinic as well. So it's a headshot clinic. So what I want you guys to focus on, trying to be consistent on how I play, which is why I'm using this Mantis build versus the Brain Slushy one that I used yesterday, is that notice, see okay, when I say reticule, I talk about the reticule is that little white circle, okay? And so what I do is I acquire my target with the reticule before I pop out of cover. And then that way from there, my changes that I make are micro changes, they're small. Now, if the enemies are really far away, then I can hang out of cover, but I don't want to get out of cover and take a lot of damage. I have basically just one armor core from the Sawyer's knee pads, no armor regen, no armor on kill, and this build is just a beast. So it's really, really, really rare that I go down with my sniper build. I mean, basically, you can clear the whole control point from a single spot. See, so we're nice and close here, and boom, pop it. Popping heads like pimples is what I've been saying lately. Yeah, the Brain Slushy build, Brandon. What up, Two Toes Tony? What's good, brother? Welcome to the stream if this is the first time that you've made one. Yeah, Brandon, what's really cool about it is that it's just an easy build to make. You know, there's all the components are just really accessible. I think I was running 2 pieces of Bellstone that are red, but realized one of my Providences had armor on it, and that's just because I literally just slapped it together with pieces that I had laying around. So obviously you're only looking for one piece of bellstone. You probably don't remember all this by heart. I'm sure you'll reference the build, but you only need one bellstone that's all reds, because I had the Providence reversed with the bellstone when it comes to armor and weapon cores. So I missed that headshot right there. Technically, I think that landed on his shoulder and neck, so he's gonna revive. So yeah, that's what's pretty cool, because I have the reanimated event, which of course brings them back like zombies, right? If it's not a headshot kill. And because we're doing basically nothing but headshot kills, we're hardly getting anybody respawning. But I love this event, guys. I hope you're really I hope you're farming it. I am farming the hell out of it. And also the map is really good today. If you guys saw my post, I did put a post out to the community saying farm today because it's a really good map. We got, I'm down here in West Potomac Park, and it's Bellstone, right? And so you have 3 really solid control points that are easy to access. That's makes it nice to farm. And then, and it goes pretty quickly. And then on the west end, whatever it's called, you know, where the Potomac Event Center is, that's Badger Tough, which is also a great gear set to grind for, because there's some really good shotguns in this game. And then what else we got? Oh, and then Constitution Hall, I think that's what it's called, in that area just west of the White House. In that zone, there's chess pieces. So, and there's 3 control points there that are pretty easy to run. And it's conveniently right outside the gates of the White House where you get started. So yeah, so that's a nice little cluster. And then I'm traveling down to the southwest to pick up some rigger gear, because I'm going to be experimenting on a rigger build. But anybody have a good rigger build out there? Let me know. I've actually avoided the rigger sets, and basically it dropped because I feel like I've just, you know, looking at it, I felt like that I could have a stronger skill build by building one from scratch. But I'm reconsidering that thought. And the reason why is because I was taking another look at that talent on the chess piece, and it, you know, that gives you 50% more skill damage. You know, when you have 4 pieces and you run the chess piece. Now that's additive damage, so it's not like the 25% you get from glass cannon, but I'll take 50% additive damage with no downside any day. But I was thinking about it. You know, I don't want to stray too much off topic here, but I was thinking about it, and if you look at rigor, you know, with that 50% damage on the chest, you know, combined with the skill tiers, that makes it stronger than 3 pieces of Empress and Wyvern and 2 pieces of Hannah all put together, right? Well, it's equal. Because if you run 2 pieces of Hannah, you get 10% skill damage. 1 piece of Wyvern, that's another 10%. So now you got 20% skill damage. And then when you run 3 pieces of Empress, it's going to give you another 10% skill damage. So now you got 30. And then another 10% from the skill efficiency that it's going to feed you. So yeah, so let me take that back. So rigor is stronger on the base stat level, and then it's going to give you skill haste and skill duration as well, which is, you know, sort of like skill efficiency as far as what is contributing to your skill build. Anyways, so I'm going to take a look at that, and I did run a quick build with it yesterday, but I'm not focusing on skill builds right now because of the event. But I got it shredding pretty hard. I'm actually pretty impressed. So, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? What are your thoughts? The Tilt Blazing. What's going on, brother? What's good? Watch out for those black naders with the hive packs. Funny. Yep. The black tux. Oh, you have a nice rigger build. Yeah. You know, it seems like it's just kind of like a poor man's skill build, so to speak, because it's so straightforward, you know. But so I'm gonna try to make something outside the box with it. You you know, something a little bit more unusual, but at the same time, just really try to crank that up. So this is what, watch what I'm doing. I'm gonna snipe this guy's right in the face, so watch this. Boom. Can't do that with the Nemesis. Well, you can. It's just harder. But yeah, I love my Mantis. Love my Mantis. People actually, I feel bad for people that play with me when I'm using this. So like when we do legendaries or whatever. And that's our topic. Yeah, getting back on topic. Good segue. Biko. Good to see you, brother. Which reminds me, Biko just joined the Texas clan not too long ago. So if you guys don't know, we have Texas clans on all 3 platforms now, PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. And Xbox is being the newest, and that's the platform that I play on. I just haven't had the opportunity to open one because I'm so busy helping you guys out in the community. But yeah, so the Texas clans are thriving. We actually got multiple clans per platform now. So yeah, so if you guys are looking for a clan, the best place to hook up with these peeps is on my Discord. So I invite you to head over there and get connected. Really good leaders, really good community, and you know, good time. So if you're looking to do raids, if you're a solo player, it's time to start grouping up a little bit and taking on those challenges outside of Washington, D.C. So helps keep the game going for you guys. So say hello to Brazil. What up, Brazil? Eduardo, where were you yesterday? I was doing a shout out to my brothers south of the border. Anybody else south of the border, Central Latin America? I was just saying that we got a lot of players that are out of Brazil, actually. So the game's really picking up traction down there right now. Big community. So I run across a lot of Brasileiros. And then I know people that play with other people from South America as well. And I think Mexico's been quite involved with the Division 2 for a while, so I don't think that's anything new. But and then there's you know, a lot of folks from Germany and France that have been also joining on the game, and so those communities are growing. So, anyways, welcome, Eduardo. I like Brazil. Never been there, but I like the people. I know lots of people from Brazil. Mike Burford. Sorry if I said that wrong. First time to the stream for me as well, from Australia. All right, Mike. Yeah. We got lots of players from Australia. Yeah, actually, as far as subscribers to my channel, number 1 is US North America, of course. Number 2 is the UK audience. So a lot of folks out of the UK. That's the second largest subscriber base to my channel. And then from there it goes, I believe, Germany, and then France, and then Australia. So yeah, you guys are right there. On the Discord, we got a lot of people from the Netherlands. I always find that to be interesting. I don't know why. Pico Sant. What's up, brother? Oh, we're going from Argentina. All right. Che, boludo. I speak Argentinian. I actually do. So I do speak Spanish. I actually learned Spanish in Argentina. So that's the dialect that I picked up. Of course, I don't say it as cleanly, as nicely as you porteños. Where are you from, Pico? Where in Argentina are you from? Are you from Buenos Aires, or are you a campesino? You're from the countryside. AG from Scotland. All right. Any people from Ireland here? Do we have anybody from any Irish in the house? I love my Irish. When I was in Argentina, actually, I lived in Argentina for 3.5 years, and a lot of my friends were from Ireland or Northern United Kingdom, but they were Irish. Thanks for the support, Eduardo. Appreciate it, man. You and Pico, your neighbors. Pico's your Argentinian neighbor. when I lived in Argentina, a lot of Brazilians travel to Argentina and vacation there. They got obviously Argentina's got some really good, mostly for the winter. They got some really nice ski resorts. Also good wine country. If you guys are looking for some good wine country, Argentina is the place to go. And it is on the safe travel list for the US, COVID aside, of course. This is all pre-COVID crap. Let's see if we can take this. Watch me take this fool's head off. I can take this guy's head off right here. On a back roll. That's what I'm talking, man. So anyways, going back to DPS, right? Is there a faster DPS than this? That's what I'm talking about. You know, when it comes to DPS, the sniper build is the best. I mean, watch me clear these guys out. Right? One bullet, one kill. I mean, come on, right? Can your Eagle Bearer do that? How's the Mantis not up there as like best weapon in the game? And it does it at close range too. You see me taking fools off at close range, right? But it keeps them back. I mean, these guys don't even have a chance. Missed that headshot. That was a body shot right there. But I mean, you'll see me, and I'm one-shotting bosses. I mean, it's a great gun, good build, very easy to build, guys. Providence and Araldi drop all day long, and farming 3 pieces of aces is all you need to do, and that's really easy. And I run Sawyers, that's a preference. You could also go with more damage if you wanted to. You could run Fox's Knee Prayers, or you know, you could run a second piece of Araldi on your knee pads. But for me, I wanted the Sawyers. I like the 30% weapon damage. I like that it gives you both a defense and offense. So, and then it also helps you not stagger from explosions, which is helpful for a sniper when you're going steady. So yeah, we can pull in close like that and take off heads, guys. It's just a great little build. Has anybody here not used the Mantis? Let me ask you that. Who's not used the Mantis? Joy Payne, welcome. Joy, you're from the Netherlands? All right, another one. Joy, that means you are required to join my Discord. It is free, there is no cost. But we have such a large community from the Netherlands that yeah, you have to join. So yeah, that goes for everybody. I love an international community. I love the diversity. It'd be awesome if you guys from other parts of the world and those from the US as well are of course welcome, but definitely join us on Discord. Our Discord's different, guys. It's thriving. You know, a lot of Discords are dying right now, but our Discord is doing really well. We're growing. I think we're over 1,000 members. But the difference is that ours is active, really active. Not that others aren't active, but it's a pretty tough time in the community right now. The Division 2 is an all-time low, waiting for that new content, of course. But we got a really excited, energized community, and it's a group of build connoisseurs, right? So I think that's probably part of what I attract are people that really like to play around with their builds and talk shop, you know, talk builds, but also, you know, relaxed. We're not a hardcore, you know, it's got to be this build or nothing kind of community. We're more about sharing ideas and experimenting and sort of talking it out. Oh, try this or try this. This is how I do it. Or, hey, here's a picture of my build. Does anybody got any input on it? Or you guys should run it like this because I'm having a lot of fun. Anyway, so a lot of sharing going on. But also for you those that are members, like Joaquin Montoya, welcome, brother. I love your name. I think I told you that last time you joined the stream. Joaquin, where are you from, Joaquin? What part of the world do you hail from? We are doing shout outs to people's countries of origin. Colby Williamson, welcome, Colby. What's good? What's good, Tux? Checking in from Chicago. All right. Chi-Town in the house. Spent a lot of time in Chicago. Mostly at the convention center, though. Convention center, airport. Convention center, airport. Airport, convention center. And your freeways. So it's the extent of my knowledge for Chicago. But beautiful city. Love it. Love it. No, I did spend some time in kind of one of these little swankier districts. I forget what it's called, but there were a lot of cool little restaurants there. Had some great seafood. I remember having a lobster tail that was like the size of my head. That's what I remember about Chicago. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The porteño kind. Yep, yep. My wife is from Argentina. My kids are half Argentinian. So, yep, yep. We got it all. Beautiful people. Beautiful people. Lots of really interesting culture down in Argentina. There's, for those of you who are from the U.S., it's sort of like we think everything south of the border is sort of like Mexico, right? But it's not, especially when you get really far south. In South America, it's a completely different planet down there, actually. So I think I would say that about Chile, Uruguay, Argentina, and Brazil are all like, you know, they're just like their own thing. You know, the language is all transformed. So Chile and Argentina are neighbors, and they speak two completely different Spanishes. I'm surprised they even understand each other. But and then Uruguay is very similar to Argentina. It's like their languages are really close. Culturally, they're a little bit different. I think Uruguayos, as you would say, are a little more laid back because they're kind of like a small town country. They're a smaller country. So where Argentina's got big cities. I mean, I think, what is it, 18 million is in Buenos Aires? It's huge. But if you guys like steak, that's the place to go. That's the place to go. Good steak. But yeah, the culture-wise, they got a lot of Irish descendants, German, Italian, Spanish, Native American, Native South American, Native Argentinian. So yeah, it's really interesting. That Irish blood, you know, you'll see a lot of, you know, blonde hair, blue eyes, speaking Spanish. It's pretty crazy, right? That's both the Irish from the Irish side, and then you see it from the German side as well. Yeah, obviously there's huge migrations from World War II era. So oh, that reminds me, did anybody see Red Notice? They found Hitler's treasure. I was like, I knew it was there. I knew it. It was in the jungle the whole time. I'm sure I walked over it. Latina says, okay, we have over 1,000 in Discord right now. Good to know. Thank you for the update. George Jorge Noble, what's up, brother? What the chord name? What do you mean? What's the chord name? Discord name? It's Discord. What is it? .gg/Tuxedo Bandito, if that's what you mean. Yeah, that's right. Discord.gg/Tuxedo Bandito. Latina's dropping links in the feed if you are looking for that. Also, I put links to my Discord on every one of my videos. This one doesn't want to have one yet, but after the live stream, I will update it. What's up, Miguel? How you doing, brother? All is good. We are one tapping bosses, popping heads. Showing off this Aces build, or it's really a Mantis build that uses 3-piece Aces. And I'm also running the Surge knee pads. This is a nice little touch, but a lot of fun, So I'm farming those red stars from the reanimated event. I'm looking for 160. And I think right here at this stage, I have close to 100. So, and so I am running 5 directives. And when you run the sniper build, if you didn't know, sharpshooter regenerates ammo, sort of like gunner. Now gunner gives you more, and it also gives ammo to your group. But the sharpshooter also gives it to, well, it just gives it to your, mostly for your sniper rifle, I believe. But yeah, I'm showing off the Mantis because I really like it and I talk about it a lot, and so it's been a while since I've put this build out. I do have a build video on this specifically. It's called The Death Dealer, and it's part of my Netflix-style mini-series builds. If you guys don't know about those, you should check those out. I have a whole playlist dedicated to them. They're really cool. Those are the ones with those the storyline, right? So the Netflix-style miniseries has a storyline, and it links a bunch of stories together and with cinematic introductions, and then follows up with a build discussion and video on the backside of that. That's based on what the character is using inside that cinematic intro. So it was really different. I think that's sort of what puts me on the map. I know you guys love my builds, but I think the cinematic stuff is what people know me for. Joy says, yeah, my queen is from Argentina. Exactly. Queen of the country. Yes, I'm aware of that. That's a big, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Argentinians are everywhere. They're, Matt Damon's wife is Argentinian. I think he might have got divorced recently, but they're everywhere. There was a Michael Bublé. His wife is Argentina. Michael Bublé. He's French. He's Canadian. I'm doing good. You're doing good. You know, just eating those leftovers. We had a really nice Thanksgiving yesterday. Spent it with the fam. Turkey, honey baked ham, the usual, mashed potatoes, and yeah, I've been having a nice weekend. The weather's kind of crappy, so, and I'm sort of avoiding that hustle and bustle out there. As far as like a Black Friday goes. So if you guys aren't from the U.S. today, it's called Black Friday. I'm sure some of that stuff is leaked to your neck of the woods, but it's basically the first day of all that holiday spending officially. And so there's lots of deals, and people go, basically they go actually on midnight of Thanksgiving. So last night, today, at midnight, people started shopping. And it can be pretty crazy. I don't know how it is this year though. A lot of it has moved online, and I'm not sure, with COVID and all that stuff, how people are handling it, but. Miguel, it does take forever to get just like 40 stars. And that's why I'm running it like this. So I don't think you caught yesterday's stream, but one is, that was a snitch right there, in case you guys are wondering. I'm running it on heroic with 5 directives. So directives gives you more XP, right? And so the more XP you get, which is right now I believe we're getting 125% more XP, which is a lot. That means you're leveling up faster, and every time you level up, you get a red star. And then you want to run headshot builds because headshot kills give you more XP. They give you XP bonuses. So and basically just running control point after control point. And since it's such a good map today, I've been spending a lot of time just doing that and having a blast because I love popping heads. And it's just, anyway, so that's how I recommend you do it. Put together a headshot build so you can just get the most out of it. And, I'm running it with 5 directives. I literally feel like I'm playing this on story mode. It feels really, really easy. I mean, I actually haven't died once. I think in the last 2 days, I've probably only died like once. And, the sniper, not that I'm, God or anything like that. It's just that the sniper builds, the headshot builds just really add to your survivability because, again, it's one shot, one kill. There's nothing better. There's nothing faster DPS wise. What is more efficient than that? I mean, that shot was a 45 million almost, right? So, we could take down anything with 45 million. I mean, I'm clearing this field from a single spot. I don't have to get out of cover. Notice that. So again, I've challenged myself. I'm trying to do perfect sniping, which means, so you'll notice I'll choose my shots. I won't take every shot because if I'm not sure I can land that headshot, I'm not going to take it. See, I missed him. So missing is okay, but what I don't want to do is land on the body. So if I land the body, then I screw up the whole series. So basically what I'm trying to do is have every kill be a headshot kill. And it creates 0 zombies that way. So it's actually pretty efficient. Makes the whole thing really efficient. And actually you see 1 zombie there because that shot didn't land on his head. So I screwed it up. The series. But I'm literally killing... Watch this. Boom! 1 shot in bosses. All the way through, guys. All the way through. Anyways, I'm literally like... and I don't know if you guys have noticed in each of these control points... basically everybody but 1 enemy is, I think, is like how I'm standing as far as record goes. So we're talking like, I haven't been able to keep count, but you know, that's gonna be at least 30 consecutive headshot kills. And so also this video is intended to help you guys learn how to do headshots. And so that's why I'm running the Mantis, because it's a really good way to demonstrate. But we'll see here, like how I watch out the reticule is that little white circle, and when you watch how I line it up before I get out of cover, and that's what I want to show you. Don't get out of cover and then line it up. You have to make too big of adjustments. You spend too much time out of cover, and then you take too much damage. And the problem with taking damage is not the damage part so much as like if they start shooting at you. It's going to bounce your scope around and make it harder for you to land your shots. Now, if they're really far away, you can spend a little bit more time out of cover because you got that safety buffer. But also, when my decoy's out, I can spend a little more time out of cover. But if you learn how to do this correctly, the sniping, so I'm going to line up my reticule and then take my shots. If you learn how to do that efficiently, then you can, that's how you get good at point blank sniping, basically. And for Brandon, for example, Brandon is running the Decapitator build or the Sucker Punch build, depending on which version he's going with. But that's a no-scope sniper build. It uses no-scope, and it allows you to come in really close to enemies and snipe them point blank. And you got to get good at lining up your reticle in order to do that. So... And the Mantis is so fast. The bullet velocity is really fast. The reload is really fast. The target acquisition is really fast. It's just an all-around fast gun. You can point blank shoot these guys. You know, within in 5 meters. I mean, you'll see me doing that throughout this gameplay. But it's just a really efficient sniper rifle. So yeah, I'm not afraid to play in tight with the Mantis. I'll go right into the pack of wolves and take them on. See that? That's right there. That's what I'm talking about. Do you see that? I was standing, I was in motion, and I landed that headshot, and she was only a couple of feet away. Scoped in. So you can do that too. The trick is just lining up your reticles. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm scouting. That was a poor job of it, but... Let's see if I can get this guy. Here we go. What up, Andrew? You made it. Finally, I'm able to make one of your live streams. I'm glad you did, man. Cool. You're out of the UK, right? Is that right? Hey, for you people in the UK, what is the time over there? You guys 12 hours ahead? Right now it is 8 o'clock in the evening, basically. I'm on the west coast of the US. I'm out of Portland, Oregon, which is just north of California. About 8 hours south of the Canadian border, underneath the state of Washington. And when I'm not here, I'm in Washington, D.C., taking out the True Sons. What up, James? Another boy from... James is out of Wichita. Isn't that right, James? I think that's right. Joy, is this PC? No, I'm playing on... Xbox. Yeah, but a lot of people think I'm playing on a PC because I land a lot of my headshots. But that's why I want to share this video with you, share this stream with you is in this build, because I hope to help you guys land your headshots. You know, and a Mantis is a good build to start because it also highlights those heads for you, which makes it easier to do so in the fog or at night. But even in the daytime, it just, you know, helps you focus in on the head a little bit. You have to be scoped in to see that halo. But it also helps you land those weak points. So it also highlights enemy weak points. So if it's a bullet belt or a grenade satchel, or even on the hounds and the tanks, it shows you where to shoot. And that's how you learn. That's how I learned the enemy weak points. Is I used the Mantis, and then I realized that the weak points, like on the sniper hound dog, you know, the warhound that has a sniper, the 50 cal on it. Its weak point, if you guys didn't know, is actually the reloader, the shot reloader, the round reloader. So, which is a very small target, but if you take that out, it'll disable the dog for a few seconds. It'll disrupt him, and then you can finish him off. I know you think you're inaccurate, Miguel, but you can do this. So, like I was, this is part of the discussion we had yesterday, but aim assist, right? So I'm on the console, I'm on the Xbox, so let's see, I got 98 stars now. All right, 98 stars. So I need 60 more. So I think I can do that before Tuesday. So remember, guys, on Tuesday, the event will end on Monday night, technically. So you want to make sure you spend all of your red stars at the season vendor before the end of Monday night. So the season vendor is at the White House. It's only at the White House. I think actually it's probably in New York too, but at the White House, when you go out the front door of the White House, hang a left, and it's right across from the White House, you know, everyday vendor. And so you can walk up there and interact with it and purchase whatever you want. And I'm suggesting we purchase named item caches, because that's how you get your Dark Zone gear, the best Dark Zone gear, with really good rolls. That's where I've gotten all my great Dark Zone gear. That's what I'm after. I'm after some unique pieces that I don't already have. So, oh, it's 4 a.m. in the UK. Gotcha. All right, bright and early, Andrew. Woo. What up, Private Ghost? What up, Scott's OG? Welcome, welcome. So it looks like all the UK boys are jumping in. All right. Timothy Parker, 2 p.m. in Australia. All right. Welcome, Timothy. We got Timothy also says, I love the Mantis, closely followed by the White Death and Nemesis. Yeah, I like the Mantis, closely followed up by the White Death. I use the White Death a lot, actually. I use it when I'm running the Regulus pistol, because you can't have 2 exotics equipped, obviously. So I don't have any ammo right now. I do have 5 directives on, guys. And so, but watch me get my ammo really quick. So I'm running Pistolero, and so you can get ammo if you get headshot kills. Also, if you're in cover, Sharpshooter will generate ammo for your sniper rifle or your rifles. I think only rifles it does. Anyways, that's the Orbit I'm running. So you can get the Orbit, which is a pistol that has perfect finisher on it. So it gives you a bunch of crit chance of crit damage. And that's a Dark Zone exclusive pistol, so you can only get it there, or named item caches. So another example of why you want to be running this event. And I don't always, cheer on events, guys. Like, there's quite a few of them I don't even talk about because I don't like them. Like Hollywood, I don't like Hollywood event, or Polarity Switch is kind of lame too. All those ones that make the enemies tankier and make it harder to grind, and but this is fun. And of course, you don't have to run it with directives. I'm doing it with directives so I can get a lot more stars a lot faster. So okay, we're in for a battle here. So I look for these mega battles too, guys. If you're experienced in the game and you like really good fights, I love those elite convoys. You probably noticed that in some of my build videos. I love taking them on. You get a lot of XP from convoys, guys. So if you didn't know that, one other thing, if you don't want to do control points, but you still want a lot of XP, you can just do convoys, and you'll basically get a level up per convoy. And a convoy, if you're efficient, you could take out in about a minute, right? So it's a level per minute if you do convoys. So, but for me, I like to do control points, but I love it when convoys cross a control point, and so I could do both. Also, when you're running around, if you see any elite patrols, take those out as well. You could probably pull off a shade level per elite patrol as well. So here's that example. So remember I was saying the Mantis is better than the Nemesis because it highlights the head even in the dark. So watch, see that? So they're really far away. I can't see them, but because of that halo that the Mantis puts on when I'm in scope, I can see them. Their heads specifically, so I can kill these guys in the fog, where if you're running a Nemesis, you wouldn't even be able to see them. 50 million, that headshot right there, 50 million. Obviously the Nemesis can hit in 100 millions, but you don't need it, if you've noticed. Do you need 100 million? No, 50 million is just fine. The only time you need really heavy like that is basically if you're trying to one-shot a boss, you know, but you do have to have all your stars aligned in order to do that, like aggro or maybe an Iron Horse boss or a raid boss or something like that. But you know, that's such an unusual circumstance. Most people don't do that or even try to. So yeah. I've spent a lot of time with my Nemesis. That's how I got good with it. So practice does make perfect. But anyways, yeah, so this is a really good example of being able to see in the dark. I could just get this guy. There you go, 40 million. And here's a boss right here. Boom, one shot. So yeah, if you're one-shotting bosses with the Mantis, you don't really need a Nemesis. So. And so basically how you do that, it's Headhunter that helps a lot. So Headhunter, what I'm doing is I'm stacking damage from previous kills, because that's what Headhunter does. It takes your kills, your headshot kills, and stacks the damage up to 1,250%, I believe, which is obviously a lot. So if I can get at least one headshot kill, then I could one-shot a boss. Especially with this event going on, because it does buff everything. But even without this event, you know, it's probably 2 enemies I need to kill, and then I can one-shot a boss, give or take. So yeah, so this control point is going to give me a lot of XP. I'll probably pull off at least 2 shade levels, if not 3, just from this one control point because of that elite convoy. That elite convoy is going to give me a lot of XP. And again, headshots give you XP. So every headshot kill I'm getting is giving me a XP bonus. Another reason why you want to run a headshot builds. I hate those rushers. The huggers is what I call them. The ones that try to hug you and blow up. They're the worst. They're squirmy, so you know, watch this. Let's get this guy right. Boom. See? So it's patience. Pick your shots. Be calm, focused. Hold it. Let them. Sometimes what I did there is I let him run into my reticule. So I picked a spot, an estimation of where I thought his path was going to be, and then he ran into it. That was 45 million right there of that enemy. That headshot. 45 million. Anyways, and so many times I let them run into my reticule. Run into my sweet spot on my scope, and so I'll hold it in a position that I know that they're gonna cross, and then I pull the trigger when they're in the zone. Yeah, Guardian is stupid. That's the one. Yeah, I was trying to remember that name, James. Yeah, thanks for that. It's like close and personal. Boom. Oh, Pico, you've been trying to get the Matador for months. It was just for sale. It's just for sale. Hey guys, if you don't have your notifications turned on, well, first of all, subscribe. I need you to subscribe. That's the best way to support my channel, guys. If you like the content that I drop, if you love the builds, you want to see this go on forever, then make sure you hit the subscribe, like, and comment on the videos whenever you get a chance. But also, I give out shopping lists every week on the vendor resets. And I think it was last week, the Matador was for sale in the South vendor, the South DZ vendor. And it was actually a really good Matador. It had armor regen and I think crit damage on it. and of course the perfect adrenaline rush. But it's a Walker and Harris, right? Piece, the Matador is. It's a Walker and Harris backpack, and which normally comes with armor. But this one had really high rolls on those armor regen and crits. So, but the armor roll was really low, and that gave it the weapon damage roll was really low, and it was a perfect opportunity to roll armor on the Matador backpack, which makes a lot more sense for adrenaline rush, is because you're gonna need armor to make that work. Boom, one shot the boss. So yeah, this Mantis does really well. That was a close and personal headshot followed up by a one shot to the boss. So. Golden Bullet for the win. Yeah, I really like Golden Bullet too. I mean, this one's just a little bit more interesting than Golden Bullet for me, you know, because you got the reanimation thing, and it's kind of cool to, you know, run our headshot builds. There's so many different headshot builds you can roll. The ones that I have on my builds list is there's one called the Skull Crusher. That's also part of the Netflix style miniseries on my channel. So Death Dealer is the one that uses the Mantis. It's basically this build I'm running here. And then the Skull Crusher that uses the Regulus. It's a different setup. Sort of similar to Brain Slushy, but it is different. And then I have Decapitator, which is also part of the Netflix style miniseries. Decapitator is, well, basically, I love sniping. And then I evolved to a run and gun player. So then I started using SMGs and shotguns. And then I decided, well, I had the question or challenge posed to myself, how do I bring those worlds together? How do I make a run and gun sniper build? Right? And so that's crazy. That's insane. So, but I figured it out, and I came up with a build called Decapitator and another one called Sucker Punch, which is basically you're putting your sniper rifle to the back of these guys' heads and pulling the trigger and blowing off their heads. It's off with the head. Is the idea of these particular builds, and so you're running and gunning, and you know you can use things like the memento, and you pick up those trophies, get that bonus armor, and a lot of fun. And with the Sucker Punch, it's actually a hybrid skill build: sniper, run and gun, and so I use the skills to distract, and that's why it's called Sucker Punch, because the enemies are real focused on the skills, which allows you to point blank snipe them in the back of the head, which is what a Sucker Punch is. It's when you punch somebody who's not aware that that punch is coming. So yeah, really fun builds. And then there's another one called the Hot Revolver, which uses the Police 686, I think is what it is, the name of that variant, which is a really strong revolver. And you could also use the D50, which is basically a Desert Eagle 5.0. But yeah, that's the run and gun, and I actually created that for a Mission Impossible challenge, and it was a build I used to run the Summit on Heroic with all directives, which is 10 directives. So yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun to run that build. I would have run the Regulus with it, but I know a lot of people don't have the Regulus, so I didn't want to pigeonhole the build to that. But which reminds me, if you guys haven't completed the raids yet and you're looking to do so, you need to clan up. The Tux clans are popping, so be sure to head over to our Discord and introduce yourselves. Really cool clan leaders, really good community, and yeah, just good times. Pico asks, is it good to make a tanky sniper build? It is. I mean, you can't make it, I have tried, you know, and there is a level where if you put too much armor, then the weapon doesn't perform. So there's a hunter here, a stalker hunter here. I'm looking for him, by the way. That's my screen started to glitch, so that's why I'm pointing at the sky. They're usually on the ceiling. I mean, on a roof. Can never find this guy here though. Yeah, there's a limit. Like the sniper does need a really good base weapon damage for it to work, but I do say that the sniper rifle is overpowered, and that's sort of what I'm demonstrating here. I have 1 armor core and 5 weapon damage cores here, but I could bring on more armor. I just don't need it. If you've noticed, I'm never in any danger. So I don't need the armor, but I have run Sniper builds with max repair skill, so I heal really fast, which is nice, because I do run the fixture drone. But if you notice, I'm trying not to use a fixture drone a lot because it gives away my position, and I'm trying to be stealthy. So I'm not using. I try not to use a fixture drone because of that, because it alerts the enemies. But yeah, you can run a lot of armor regen, but then you need armor for that to make sense. Armor and kill does work. I have put together and actually use it quite a bit, a 2-piece Bellstone sniper build. It works amazing. You could also run this build with the Memento. Also works great, which is going to give you 3% armor regen and also some more armor. So yeah, but you just don't want too much armor. You're going to have to experiment to your comfort level. I'm not sure if you play Legendary, Heroic, or Group. Group play is going to change what that level is a little bit because of the scaling up, but you know, like 1.1, 1.3 million. I wouldn't go over 1.3 million in armor. I don't think you're gonna need it as a sniper. And so this is a pretty hairy position right here. I mean, look at me, I'm like almost dead. But it's rare that I use my armor kit. But look at this, up close and personal, boom. So that decoy is my armor. That decoy is my shield, right? They're all focused on the decoy, and I have unlimited decoys. So I have unlimited shield, basically, right? That decoy makes me invisible, is the way I look at it. And so it's the best shield in the game. It's the best skill in the game. So you remember, guys, they had me completely cornered a second ago. Danger zone. If I was in an SMG or shotgun or assault rifle, I'd be dead. And the reason why is because they would have just kept pushing in on me. But I was able to eliminate all of them with about 6 or 7 bullets. I just took out 7 enemies right there, right? With 6 or 7 bullets. Think about that, right? Now, if I was using an assault rifle, I would have had to get out of cover or blind fire, and I would have been missing shots and not killing them. They would have been coming closer and closer and closer until they had me surrounded, and I'd be dead. This is the best DPS in the game. Sniper rifles are the best DPS in the game. You need one sniper rifle in your loadouts. They work. It doesn't matter. Heroic, legendary, they work. Capital building, great time to use a sniper in the beginning of Capital and Roosevelt. Also for District Union Arena, I wouldn't solo District Union Arena as a sniper. You can, but I wouldn't. I have done Capital building entrance solo with the sniper rifle. It worked great. I just wanted to demonstrate that you could, not that I would, solo it with the sniper rifle, but you can. Because you got to remember the Black Tusk, the White Tusk, you know, one of their, what makes them so lethal is that they can, their accuracy at range, right? They can hit you in the face while blind firing from like 800 meters out, which is just ridiculous. So if you run a sniper build, it sort of allows you to go deep and then be just as lethal as they are. One shot the boss right there. 35 million on that headshot. It wasn't a crit. I don't run crits on my builds, so you know, my sniper headhunter builds, I don't need it unless I'm running like the Virginian, which requires crits, but otherwise. We got a few different names of the clans. Latina could probably chime in on that, but where the TUX is the abbreviation that you see, as in Tux, so you'll see that. But the names are a little bit different, whether you're on PC or PlayStation or Xbox. Tango Wrangler, what up, brother? He says, still do not see how you play on console compared to PC, much less control. It's just sort of, for me, it's just tradition, you know. I'm in a generation where just consoles got big, you know. I used all of them, Nintendos and Genesis and Segas, right, and PlayStations, and then I chose my path. I chose the Xbox, you know. Everybody does, right? You're gonna choose Xbox or PlayStation, whatever. And I just like it. I just enjoy it. Also the legacy of the games, you know, like most Tom Clancy's that, you know, there's a lot of Tom Clancy's on Xbox. I think it might have been exclusive for a while. I'm not sure. But, you know, Ghost Recons and all those. So really enjoy those games. I don't know, I'm just a console player. I just sort of got used to it. I don't know. It feels, I mean, a keyboard and mouse to play shooter games. Like I've played games on the PC, but they would be kind of more like strategy type games. StarCraft was the one that, like, remember StarCraft? Like, I got really into that on PC, and then I played some of those, like, you know, real-time strategy type games on PCs. But I just, you know, with running and gunning and shooting, I just don't know how you do it. Like, that's what's funny is, like, I don't know how PC players do it. Like, with your hand rested on your keyboard and hitting certain keys and, you know, using your mouse to shoot, it just, you know, it feels more awkward in a controller. It didn't one-shot that. They're getting me to miss now. They're getting me to miss here. So yeah, that feels awkward to me, but I know that it's just, you know, it's a little bit of acquired taste, and then, you know, it's something that you get used to. Obviously, you're probably used to playing run and gun games on your PC, but or gun, you know, first shooter games, third person shooters and whatever. But I just can't imagine using my keyboard and mouse to play a game like this, you know, and that's the reason why I haven't done it. But I guess it's just so used to using a controller. And I know you can use a controller on a PC. A lot of people do that too, you know. And obviously I got a pretty crazy PC setup for the streaming biz. Sort of a command center going here, but so, and I got a really nice monitor. I mean, I got everything I need to game on the PC. I just don't do it. And I'm a Mac user too, so that gets in the way a little bit. But yeah, PC players do have skills, that's for sure. Being able to play this game with the mouse and keyboard, it's props. So yeah, I wear this mask. This mask is a replica of the mask that my character wears. So it's sort of the Tuxedo Bandito. You know, I'm the same Tuxedo Bandito in the game and out of the game. So the mask my character is wearing is this same replica mask. So yeah, I like to stay in character a little bit. Make it more fun and interesting for me and you. That's why I wear this mask. That and the big nasty scar that crosses my face. It's a battle wound. Took shrapnel to the face. Just kidding. Byron Thompson, thanks brother for shouting out your gamer tag. Also, if you're looking to join the Xbox, if you look for a clan, we just opened up the Xbox clan. Latina can hook you up with that. You can ping her, also on Discord. Fat Cat, what's up, brother? Glad you made it. When the wife is away, double the division, we shall play. Be back soon, fix the alarm. Hell no, I gotta farm. The tux build is what I lack. Gotta hurry before she gets back. He's our resident poet, you guys, if you didn't know. Fat Cat drops rhymes. Fat Cat is also my clan. Appreciate him for his support. Good guy. Grip all, what's up, brother? Welcome back. By the way, I'm jumping back and forth between the contender or the game over build, which doesn't say in survivability. Hey, Gripple, are you using... First of all, are you farming this event for red stars? Because if you're not, you should be. And the other thing is, are you using Game Over Part 2? Did you see that build? Did you guys see that I put over Game Over Part 2? That build is sick. It's better than Game Over 1, guys. It is. It's better than Game Over 1. It brings more survivability out of cover. And it also brings more power to your primary weapon, which the first version of Game Over didn't do. As much, I should say. A lot of tweaks. So it looks like they're minor tweaks, but they actually go a long ways. If you guys don't know what Game Over is, it's a hybrid skill build. I basically hacked 4 pieces of Foundry into a skill build by rolling skill damage and skill tiers on it. and then throwing in some other pieces that synergize really well with the skill build to help you get out of cover and play legendary solo. The community loves it, just like Gripball, because it just provides a whole nother experience to legendary. Even if you're not doing solo legendaries, which most of you aren't, I realize, it just, you know, you still have a lot of power, all the power that you need, that a skill build would provide you. It's 6 skill tier, you gotta remember. And then it's pulling skill efficiency and all these skill bonuses and whatever, but also allows you to get out of cover, and which is really helpful in legendary for when you need to move from one cover to the other, or push on the enemy, or spawn kill them, or play more aggressive. Just yeah, or if not, even if you're a more relaxed player, it allows you to take damage and then rebound, which a lot of skill builds can't do or don't do. A lot of skill builds, you know, they can't take heat, right? But Jesus Christ, I'm missing that shot. Tango Wrangler, yeah. The 2 belts up is okay, yeah. So I was gonna say, guys, so look, there's 2 builds on Game Over Part 2, version 2, okay? There's build 1 and build 2, and build 1 uses the Foundry chest piece that you can only get in from Iron Horse, the raid. So if you're not a raid player, then you're not going to be able to make build 1, and so I created build 2 for you, which ended up being maybe more godly. It's a little different, but it's stronger in different areas. With build 2, you can't get out of cover as much because it's running glass cannon, but it's the time to kill goes up dramatically with build 2. It's really high. I actually ran both of them on all the legendaries solo. I did Capital, DUA, and Roosevelt. I ran both builds, tested them all, 3 legendaries solo, and I had a hard time deciding which one was better. In the end, I think build 1 is probably the stronger of the 2 in all areas once you're at full tilt, once you have all your memento trophies. But build 2 doesn't require the memento trophy. So if you're playing legendaries in group, which most of you probably are anyways, then you don't have to worry about collecting those memento trophies or competing for kills to get your trophies, which you're gonna get them anyways. But yeah, you don't. It just takes longer. But now you don't have to worry about that, and the time to kill is just amazing. And you know, it's a little more play from cover, but that's probably how you're playing anyways. Really good build. I really like that one, actually. Very easy to assemble. I don't think there were any pieces that were really out there. The Foundry, we brought a lot of crits, a lot more crits. I think build 2 had 135% crit damage on top of glass cannon. But if you guys know anything about the capacitor, anywhere north of 100% crit damage on the capacitor feels really good. It's not like a standard DPS build where you need 200%. You need a lot less with that gun, and it shreds hard. Also invite you to try the build called the Perfect Blend. That uses 4 pieces of Striker. Also one of my favorite builds for legendary. Makes the capacitor feel really good. Also, obviously any of my legendary builds work in heroic. But I tune them for legendary, so because I realize if they work solo legendary, then they'll work in group legendary, and then they will absolutely destroy in heroic. So that's why I build them for legendary. Wick the Swede! What up? What up? What up? Welcome. Hey guys, we are getting close to the end of this stream. It's not going to be a super long one tonight. And then I will show another glimpse of this build at the end of this control point here. So you can, if you're looking to put something together like this, then it's a nice little template to work with. One shot at the boss again. Just doing that all night long. Also, guys, I do classified builds. If you don't know what those are secret builds made just for Texas Players Club members. True and hardcore Bandito member levels. So you have to, if you want to tap into these, get access today by making sure you're at least a true Bandito member level. You can click the button below this video to join. And if you have recently joined, we have quite a few members. Then you should know we also have a members only playlist on my channel that gives you access to all those builds that you weren't a member for at the time. And also we have a private server on my Discord for members. And so you should be taking advantage of those resources. If you haven't had the chance to do so, head over there. Check it out. Pico says, I managed myself to do this something like the second build, but with a Gila chest piece and with glass cannon and the memento. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, you put on a little bit more armor. Yeah, you probably have close to 1.4 million armor, I guess, if you're running Gila. Gives you a lot more armor. Yeah, I think on that Foundry Game Over build, I think it was running like 1.2, 1.3 million, somewhere in that range. 1.2, I think is where I ended up. Good map, guys. Good map today. You see that? It's a really nice map to be farming. I hope you're taking advantage. It's going to reset here real soon, a couple hours at midnight. So about 4 more hours on this map. But didn't get a whole lot of good gear, and I've been farming. That's not a bad piece. Junk. Toss that. Junk. Junk. Did get, I've been getting god rolls, but just nothing that's worth keeping. My stash space is too important to sit on some of this stuff. So let's see where my stars are. 104 stars, so that's not bad. I'm close. I need 55 more stars to hit my goal. And then I'm gonna open 20 named item caches for you and see if we get lucky. So here's the build. One last shot of the build before I head out for the evening, guys and gals. But I'm running the Mantis, as you can see here, which gives us a lot more damage. And then I'm running 3 pieces of aces. I'm running it on the mask and the gloves. That gives me more marksman rifle damage and headshot damage. And I have headshot damage rolled on all 3 pieces, including the mod on the mask. And then the holster is also the same. Weapon damage, headshot damage. For the chest, I'm running Providence for more headshot damage, and I have Headhunter on here. But I also have weapon handling. Notice that. I have that on my chest and my backpack. 16% handling. That's plenty. See, there's more handling here. And then I'm running Vigilance. And don't worry about Vigilance going down. You only need it for your first shot, for your first kill. And then Headhunter takes over from there. And then I'm running Sawyer's knee pads for that 30% extra weapon damage. Also, real quick, I have 311% total headshot damage. It's probably more than enough. And really low armor. It says 547,000 armor, but doesn't that number seem low to you? Shouldn't it be higher? What am I missing? Is that a glitch? Anyways, make sure you're running Sharpshooter. I am running the Orbit pistol. That is the Dark Zone exclusive pistol. But run Sharpshooter. You're going to need that for faster target acquisition as well as more headshot damage. Give you a little boost there. You're welcome to switch out the sniper rifle for whatever you prefer, but I do like the Mantis because of the unlimited decoy, which is basically a shield. That is my armor. That is my armor. The decoy is my armor. That's why I don't need a bunch of medkits. That's why I don't need armor regen or anything like that, because I have the decoy. As long as I have that, I'm not getting shot at. Does that make sense? So really good build, guys. It's a classic. I've built it this way. I tested it against other variations. It was the strongest way to run the Mantis. And nothing has changed. This build, this set, the sniper rifle is stayed the same. The devs have not adjusted it. So it's a classic. It's gonna pass the test of time. So I suggest you have a version of this in your loadouts. It's good for all types of content and events, of course. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you and thank you for making it to this live stream. Again, Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on notifications so you get those shopping lists. And I'll be doing some more streams throughout the weekend. Probably doing another one tomorrow night. And yeah, appreciate you guys. I'll catch you on the other side. Later.